You know, I was really hitting a wall when trying to figure out what to film today, but then I remembered that the best thing to talk about is always something that you're passionate about. And you know, passion doesn't only come from love. It comes from hatred too. And you know what I've discovered with today's video is that at my core, I am a hater. Hi, what's up? How are we today? It's Mebby, and have you guys ever heard of Cybertrucks? No, not Cyber Chase, the critically renowned PBS kids show. Tesla Cybertrucks. Arguably the opposite of that. Cybertrucks are these horrendous things, and I hate them. I hate them with my whole being, actually. You might be thinking, Mebby, why do you hate these cars so much? It's not a big deal. They're just funny looking cars. No, I hate these cars a lot, and for a lot of different reasons. Not a lot of them are valid, but I just do hate them, okay? And you just gotta respect that, babe. So what are Cybertrucks? Cybertrucks are created by Tesla, which is owned by the one and only Elon Musk, ruiner of Twitter. I haven't forgiven him for that yet, and I probably never will. He took away public likes. That takes away a lot of my stalking ability. And I'm not happy with that. And so basically, Cybertruck is Tesla's version of a pickup truck. It has like a truck bed and is big. I think these things are like decently sized to the point where they're hard to fit in garages. And they're also made of like a certain kind of steel and stuff like that. And you might be thinking, but if they're a truck, why do they look like that? Truth is, I don't know. To me, they look like a Roblox car. It makes real life look like Roblox. And that is something I'm not comfortable with. I don't like that. It looks like you just escaped out of the prison, or you're in like, is it Bloxburg? I haven't played the game in years, but all I know is that as soon as I saw that car, I was like, hi, I'm not 11. Hi, I'm not playing Roblox right now. What's going on? Why are you here? It felt like something broke in the Matrix. That's like honestly the primary driving reason of this video. I hate the design because it looks like a Roblox car, but there's a lot of other reasons, okay? Anyway, as much as it looks like a random car, it's a truck, hence the name Cybertruck. And along with my general hatred of it, it actually is somewhat valid because of the stuff this car has been through. So in 2019, this car was like unveiled and like its abilities were being shown. They were hitting it with stuff and like being like, you can buy this car now, blah, 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 blah. And during this, they threw a rock at the windows to prove like, oh, the glass is like really safe. No. The thing they threw at the glass went right through it in front of a crowd twice. Roll the clip.
Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
And you know, even after this, it was like nominated for awards and was like called like the concept car of the year for 2020 and stuff like that. And granted, 2020 wasn't really the ideal time to be innovative or use your brain cells, but I still don't know how it won these awards. Yes, it's cool that it's a big car and it runs electrically and it has a lot of space, but I'm still going to choose to have beef with it and don't think it deserved this award, especially after someone threw rocks at the window during an expo and they went right through. Well, I don't know if they were rocks. They were some form of hard balls. They might as well have been Elon's hard balls. I don't know.
Is that possible?
I just don't like, I don't know what logistics would go into that, but I don't even want to think about it. So basically because of that, they got a ton of investors. People were placing orders and they're like, okay, like 2021, we're gonna get this car out. Silence. No, they didn't. Probably because they threw something at the window and it went right through and they had to fix that. The first shipments of this car have just recently been starting to come out in 2024. So now that people are actually on the road and driving them and the general public has access to them, my hatred has really started to grow from there actually. So this isn't really a car you're just going to see at random, mainly because they're new. And although I said they're open to the general public, I don't actually mean that because these cars are expensive as hell. Expensive as hell. I think the most basic model I saw without any add-ons, anything, not even like taxes or shit, is like $77,000. Ow. Ow. And granted, it's an electric car from the Tesla company, so, you know, you're gonna have like that name brand pricing and stuff like that. And honestly, a lot of cars today are so expensive, so expensive. But most people are paying like up to $100,000 for this car. Paying more than like a down payment on a house for this car. Honestly, just live in the car. And you could because it is big and not practical to have on the road. So because of its outrageous price, it's not really gonna be common to see them in big numbers or like in the middle of nowhere and stuff like that, which is honestly good because if I saw a whole flock of these cars driving at me at once, I would absolutely shit my pants. Hello? I would actually believe I was in Roblox or like the end of the world was coming and like this was like another world war or some shit. I would be scared, okay? But because I live in the suburbs of a city and also part-time live in a city and stuff, I have seen these cars in the flesh. And whenever I see them, I do get filled with a little bit of hatred. a little bit of hatred. Just a little bit of hatred. Also, I will note that these cars are on a wait list and it could take you up to 5 years after ordering this thing to get the car. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? The car's gonna be out of style, fugly, and out of date by then. I mean, it's already fugly, but it's gonna be like, just why are you doing that? So that's like my primary explanation and short list of things I hate about this thing. I don't even want to call it a truck or a car. All I do want to say though is I've made it known that I hate car guys. And if you are this kind of car guy, you're the worst kind of car guy. And I just want to throw that statement out there. Again, I'm not hating, okay? I'm not hating, I'm not judging. I just really hate this thing. Glad we got that out of the way. Anyway, so because I'm so heavily influenced by my generation, it's obvious that some people probably feel the same way about this car. And one of my favorite things about my generation is that when we see something stupid or silly or something we might dislike a little, we make it known. And that's why I love social media. That's why I love it so much. So let's take a look at some of the people who agree with me and some of the things that fuel my hatred for this abomination. Speaking of car guys, let's get started with what I assume is like a truck meme that I don't understand, but maybe someone else will.
Hold on. I don't want to hear another word. You're a disgrace to the game, Yugi.
So like, I get the general meme, and I think that's like a Ford F-150, maybe. I don't know, I'm not a car guy. But I think it's the fact that there were faces on both of the cars that truly made this entertaining for me. Honestly, maybe Elon should just install 2 eyes and lips to the Cybertruck. I mean, it seems like people want to kiss Elon's own ass, so they might as well kiss the car too. Anyway, I love the hashtags being used that are truck memes, truck community, and trucks of TikTok. I'm glad to know that they have their own space there, and they are also rejecting the Cybertruck. Cause I don't think that's not a truck. I didn't find out that was a truck until I was doing research for this video. I was like, what the f do you mean that's a truck? I live next to cornfields. I know what trucks look like, okay?
You know what, man? I honestly kind of like the Cybertruck. What? Hey, help me out!
And that is a visual representation of what I would be doing to my friends if they also said that. I think everyone I've talked to, like in my town, who has seen a Cybertruck out in the wild has been like, oh my god, it's the Roblox car. Oh my god, look at the person driving the literal hunk of metal for no reason. No one is a fan. Babes, no one is a fan. Also, the hashtags for this video are again, car meme, car memes, Cybertruck, car TikTok, car talk. So again, the TikTok car boys are turning against this as well as everyone else. They're losing a primary audience here.
Do you remember when Elon Musk claimed the Cybertruck would be able to be used as a boat?
No, this is new information to me. How?
Well, I'm starting to believe him. Here you can see a Model 3 absolutely plowing through the flooded streets of San Diego. And this is because EVs don't have engine intakes or exhaust like gas cars do. Since EVs obviously don't have a combustion engine, their motors can be completely concealed. As of right now, Tesla still doesn't recommend you drive in this kind of water with any of their cars.
Oh, okay.
But I have a feeling this could change with the Cybertruck. This is the first car they've made with real off-roading in mind. So at its max ride height and with the right tires, I have a feeling we could see some serious aquatic feats out of this thing.
He says it like it's gonna be a submarine. I don't think dog can swim, dude. Maybe next Elon Musk will start working on a submarine that you could take to go see the Titanic. That would be a completely unique and safe thing to do and smart too, and he should go in it to test it out. I think that would be really cool of him. Also, speaking of the car guys who do get their hands on the truck and like it, all I have to say is this video.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.
You know what, dude? I have to say it. That looks like absolute dog shit. Disgusting. Terrible. And I'm not being mean. If I saw you driving this in the streets, I would consider following you. I can't say that. I actually can't say that. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. But if I did see you driving that in the street, that would live in my mind rent-free, and for all of the wrong reasons. Because what do you mean you feel good about yourself driving that around? It has a mouth. Honestly, would like to see that driving next to JoJo Siwa's car. I would like to see them race. It would be a great human feat to see that, honestly. What happened to the Barbie Jeeps? As I get older, the more I see like G-Wagons, Teslas, and now this ass Tesla Cybertruck as kids' cars, and it makes me sad because in my mind, I feel like it should have been the opposite. I feel like we should have been driving Barbie Jeeps growing up, and then now that I'm old enough to have a car, I should be driving a Barbie Jeep. I feel like that should be the way of the world, but it's not. These kids are getting the most boring ass looking stuff. In my days, that would be covered in pink flowers, peace signs, and a justice logo. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I actually prefer that and would like my real car to be like that. Also, people are like trying to justify spending this much money on it by saying like, oh my god, it's the perfect car for like all these needs. And I think this video about it gets me the most because it's talking about like all the things for a mom, and this woman is just describing a minivan that you can get for less than half the price of a ass Cybertruck.
Here's why the Cybertruck is the perfect mom and family car. First of all, huge back trunk.
I will say that probably is an advantage. It does have like a massive trunk because it's a truck and that's like a truck bed. But also if you like don't have that many kids, you can put down the seats of a minivan and get more trunk space. And I also think in recent models of minivans, they're making the trunk bigger.
With the tonneau cover, you never have to worry about all your kids' stuff getting wet or your groceries. Everything stays nice and dry.
That is also a thing with normal minivans because it's not a truck bed, it's a trunk that's inside the car.
The doors open to 90 degrees, which is super great for loading in kiddos.
I don't get that one because yes, like a normal car door doesn't open 90 degrees, but one, a lot of like minivans have a sliding door, doesn't get in your way at all, and then other cars open pretty close to 90 degrees. Like, I don't think it's actually that huge of an issue unless you have like some weird model of car. This really feels like grasping at straws here.
Even with 2 car seats in the back and my 6'3" husband in the front, I still got plenty of room.
I love the subtle flex of my husband's above 6 foot. He's tall. That's what that was giving. And honestly, yeah, cute, yeah, flex about your husband, but also, ew, gross, flex about your husband. And also, yes, a normal minivan would have that amount of room because, you know, they plan on having big families in the car.
The kids get their own screen so they can control the temperature, music, and play a show.
Personally, wouldn't trust my kids with that. Also, as far as the show goes, what happened to the stuff that you would pin across, like, behind your parents' seat? What happened to that? I'm not talking about the movie screen that came down from the top of the minivan. No, I was never fancy enough to have that. I'm talking about the screens you would like wrap around the back of like the passenger and driver's seat, and like you'd plug it into somewhere in the car, and then you could pop the DVD inside the TV screen, and like one would be the main control but the other was like connected to it, so like you had to. Oh my god, dude, my sister and I, we took road trips all the time. I live in the middle of the country. I'm not flying, hello? And we would just pop in our endless amount of DVDs and watch those for hours. If I could smell or hear the turning of that disc again, oh my... Sorry, that was a long rant for no reason, but what happened to those? I want one now. Like, honestly, I would throw my phone away. I wouldn't do that because it is my job. But if I could take a road trip with those TV screens in my car again, oh honey, yes, in a second, yes. Anyway, all I'm saying is bring them back. And also having a TV screen in the back of your car for your kids is not a big deal because I had it in 2008 when I was a child, so.
Another great mom feature is all the space in this truck. I love this tray down here, which is perfect for a diaper bag or a purse. And check this out, a hidden drawer for anything important.
That's a glove compartment. That's a glove compartment. Every car has that. What are you talking about?
But best of all, you look like a total badass driving your kids around in this.
Do you? Are you sure about that? I don't think so. You kind of look like a supervillain. Honestly, if I was a kid and I was going home with a friend and their mom picked me up in this thing, I think I would have pissed my pants. And not because I wasn't potty trained until I was 7. I'm just kidding. That is completely false information. That was supposed to be a funny joke, and I don't want that rumor or lie spreading at all, and don't want anybody to take that seriously. But I do think it was a funny joke, so I'm keeping it in there. Anyway, moving on. Basically, this car that you can get for $100,000 has the same mom functions as a basic minivan, which, let me get the average price for a minivan. So the first Google option says that the average starting price for a minivan is $37,000. So again, at least $40,000 to $60,000 less than the other car. Also, I want to watch this video because I think it's funny. That brings me joy. I mean, God, if like people were in there, that would be really bad. I would not feel happy about that at all. But because no one is in there, that brings me joy. But speaking of damaging the car, this is one thing that actually like genuinely really ticks me off. Basically, it's like a thing, I guess, with all these YouTubers and TikTokers to see how much damage this car can take. So they'll destroy it, which yeah, okay, that's a clickable thing. Whatever, I get it. You get that bread. But at the same time, their bread has gone to buying this car and destroying it. So this car with a big battery that is made from a lot of metal that is mined by child laborers in Africa and that is sold to like the upper class for insanely high prices is just being destroyed so you can make a funny video. I don't know. It's just like, yes, I love to see this car not getting to see the light of day on the road. But at the same time, stop wasting. It's like you're looking at people and setting money on fire is what it feels like sometimes.
We're gonna see how strong the Cybertruck really is.
So immediately off the bat, not very strong, a grandma whacked it lightly with a bat. Great start here.
30-pound kettlebell.
She has anger to let out. Look at her face. That is not a happy grandma right there. She should be, I was just about to make a joke being like, you know, like the joke that's like, she should be in the club. I was gonna say that like for grandma. I was like, she's a grandma. She should be in the kitchen making cookies. But as a woman, I don't know why that joke would ever come to my mind. What do you mean I was about to tell someone that they should be in the kitchen? I'm so glad I didn't let that joke genuinely come out of my mouth and not think about it first. No, that grandma should be in the club. That grandma should be in the club bouncing. And she also made cookies for everyone.
All of our fun just came to an end.
What did the police even come for? Is that like, are you breaking a law? Okay, honestly good though, because stop beating expensive things like that. I hate the car, but like, don't waste your, like, why would you wait? Anyway, sorry, I'm a little, whatever. There's also a specific kind of audience that likes to watch specific kind of girls beat the car, which, you know, whatever. But I found this video, which is like kind of like that, and I just think it's really funny.
Cybertruck. Cybertruck. Cybertruck.
I don't even have anything to commentate on with that. I think that video is perfect in itself. Cybertruck. I think it's just the way she poses and says it afterwards, especially after doing like no damage. Should I do that to myself after hurting my own feelings? Hey, I just came to let you know that your parents will never actually love you or appreciate you for what you're doing. And also everybody on the internet thinks you're actually a massive idiot. And you should probably stop doing what you're doing because does anybody actually enjoy it or like it anyway? Also, do you remember that thing you did when you were in first grade and you threw up on your friend's shoes and then you actually never apologized to them for it? Do you think they hate you because of that now? Because I think they probably hate you. I mean, I hate you. Who wouldn't? Mebby. Right. I'm gonna go cry in the bathroom all night. Thanks. Anyway, don't beat up these cars as much as we hate them. That being said, I think it would be therapeutic to end this video off with this TikTok.
Tesla Cybertruck.
Oh, love how it says that the damage cost is $25,433 when I'm pretty sure you would also be paying for a funeral. And the car is totaled too. I don't really think there's a damage cost except for the fact that you have to buy a new car. But maybe not yet. Maybe they've survived that so far. Oh, yeah, no, they definitely have. Yeah, that was, I think that was the finishing move right there. Oh, or that. Or that. Yeah, so that car is totaled. Also, honestly, I think my car could have done better. I think my 3-cylinder Mitsubishi Mirage could have withheld that. I believe in him. He's a strong one. I'm concerned every day that it's gonna break down, but he's a strong one. Because that car couldn't survive that, that's just another reasoning as to why I hate this car. And with that, I think you've gotten a grasp of how I view this car and interprets its presence in my life. That being said, I don't hate Teslas or electric cars that much. Like, I think it's cool. It's fun to like be in it when it speeds up. It's like fancy. You kind of feel futuristic, and also like being inside when you're like, yeah, I feel rich and cool right now. But at the same time, that's with a normal like looking Tesla or BMW or whatever electric car you had. This looks like something out of a supervillain future movie. Why would you want to drive this? I hate how everyone's like clean, future, chic, sheer, sharp aesthetic for like futuristic times. Like, where has the joy and whimsy gone? Where did it go? Because honestly, screw horsepower, we should bring back actual horses. I want to ride into town on my little horse, deliver messages, receive gossip, and get my little iced coffee and bagel, and then go back on my little horse and ride it back home. Is that too much to ask for in this world? Where is the joy and whimsy? Get this out of here. I need fairy core. Give me a fairy core card, please. I need it to f***ing fly from pixie dust, okay? That's what I need at this point to heal me from this. Anyway, in my notes here I have, is there a point to this video? Not really, I just hate Roblox car. And I think that sums it up pretty well. So sorry if this video felt a little chaotic or pointless, but I hope you guys got a good laugh and got a little introspection into my feelings about the world right now. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and while you're down there, give it a subscribe, and while you're down there, might as well leave a comment and tell me how you feel about this Cybertruck. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I love you. Bye! By the way, this is me giving you guys my explicit permission to literally ram your car into mine if you ever see me in a Cybertruck. Legal charges will not be pressed. Just throwing it out there. That will never happen, but I'm just letting you know if it does.